What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's your boy Rex Righteous, and I'm back with another Flashpoint. And I'm gonna try to hit you guys today with 3 topics. I'm gonna try to rant a little bit on my Flashpoint, so I'm gonna take away a topic. And it's gonna be on Game 4. It's a review on Game 4 for Cleveland Cavaliers and Golden State Warriors. And also Game 3. I'm gonna leave that for later in the video because Game 4 is more relevant. How do I begin this video by not bashing the Cavs? I mean, to say the least, since this is my first video since Game 1 and I didn't even get to cover Game 2, I'm kind of ahead right here when it comes to like talking about this. But my main thing is the Cavs didn't play good last night, and it's not just because of LeBron being out. I just feel like most teams that are ran by LeBron, that LeBron is a part of, this is what usually happens. When a collapse happens for a team that LeBron plays for, it usually looks like this. It's just the way they're built, and that's the way that they're put together. LeBron is a GM, he is a coach, he is a great player, and he's also the greatest player playing right now. Last night he only got 20 points, 8 assists, and he didn't do so well. He was 1 for 4 from the 3-point line, played 40 minutes, and 5 out of 10 on his free throws. So he got 12 rebounds. That was good. You know, of course, he's always averaging about a triple-double, and 2 turnovers. So LeBron was basically not all there in the game. He was not all there. He did his best to bring his team back, but when he's usually in trouble like this, he starts passing the ball a lot. I don't want to go into what he did wrong this game, because I think he did more wrong in Game 3, and I'm gonna try to touch on it more later on in the video, because I watch LeBron a lot, and I'm also a Heat fan as well. So basically, I've seen him do this before, and I actually rooted for LeBron the first time he was in the Cavs, when he first went on his runs to go to the finals and kept losing in the playoffs. So basically, I have an issue right now with LeBron, and I honestly feel like it's on his gameplay in order for him to prove me wrong. I am analyzing everything he's doing. His points look good, his production as well, but you know, this is a bad game, and I can't really overstate that. He had a bad game. The guys that they need to get going is obviously J.R. Smith, Deladova, Thompson, and if you can get somebody off the bench, you know, to rebound or fight down low, you know, for the first, like, just to start them, and then, you know, give them a few minutes. I think you should bring in Perkins in there, or somebody, I don't know, or Marion. Try to switch up the look, because, you know, there's not too many people you can go to. Of course, you got Kyrie Irving, he's out, and then you got Mike Miller on the bench, James Jones, Haywood, which I don't even know if he's able to play. This is all by coach's decision, so there's not so many people you can pick off the bench, and I really believe that the Cavaliers have to change their offensive system. Right now it's really difficult because you got a team that is basically ran by LeBron. He brings up the ball. Sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes Deladova brings it. Most of the time he brings it up. But there's no other point guard to bring up the ball. So I think they should switch it up where it should be more of a half-court system. I don't have an answer because they don't have someone else to handle the ball. I would suggest maybe J.R. Smith to do some more ball handling, but he's been doing that with the second string team. So when LeBron gets off the court, J.R. Smith does some more ball handling. But this is something that goes throughout the year. I don't think they can change too much. And besides that, I think the Warriors did exactly what they were supposed to do, which was win Game 4, because they would have been done if they wouldn't have won Game 4. And they tied it up. They went into Cleveland and tied it up on the second game in Cleveland, which was not a surprise to me, but at the same time, I didn't see LeBron getting injured like he did when he ran into the camera. That was crazy. And I didn't see some of these guys producing like this. You know, you have basically you had almost, how many see? 1, 2, 3, 4 guys in the double digits off of points. There was a lot of fighting down low. Let's see here on the rebounds. Golden State won by 5 rebounds. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was. Oh no, actually, Cavaliers won by 5 rebounds. So and the Golden State Warriors won an assist by 24. So basically, it was a dogfight, and these two teams brought their best last night. You know, looking at the Warriors, they don't have any injuries. They don't have anybody complaining about any injuries. You got people talking about LeBron like losing sleep, and they all look fatigued. Deladova was also known as going into the hospital after Game 3 for dehydration, and it looked like a bad game for the Cavaliers. Now, congratulations to both teams. They're playing incredible basketball. I think it's still entertaining, and it's basically something new. But this series is all about X and O's. Period. It ends there for me. If you're watching a game, complaining about the refs, and that's more of what your focus is on, then basically, I don't know why you watch basketball, because there's always more to it. There's always skill. There's always systems. There's play calls. You know, this is basically what a complete team looks like. Now, I'm not saying that the Cavaliers cannot win, but they have to win together. They can't just win with LeBron scoring 44 points and then someone saving him at the end, or something miraculously happening at the end of the game. It's not going to always happen like that. And you look at Game 2, the Cavaliers won by 2 points. That could have gone either way, in my opinion. With Curry going off at the end of the game, it's just crazy. Like, it's crazy. Really, it really is. Same thing in Game 3. It's just, that's the way these games go when LeBron is on the court and he's running his team into the finals to win the championship. It's usually mayhem at the end. And this is coming from an ex-Heat fan, so basically I'm going to have a little bit more to say. Now, don't get me wrong, I know he's breaking records. I know he's breaking Jordan's records. He's breaking Karl Malone's records and a couple of other guys out there. And he deserves it. He is a beast. He is great at what he does. I just believe that he might have to switch up his system a little bit, just a little bit, or just look at it. I'm sorry, because you're not going to always be athletically ready. Basically, you're not going to always be strong, and You have to switch it up, man. I mean, look at how Jordan played. Look at how a lot of these people play. Kobe, everybody, they all played injured. They all played with problems, you know. But there has to be some kind of system to go back to. Uh, I don't think they have that. Seriously, I really do not believe that they have that. These lucky shots are not going to always save them. That's just my opinion. So, Game 3 was a huge loss in my eyes for the Golden State Warriors. I think that they had that game, but at the end of the day, they didn't have a good game either in Game 3. The fact that Thompson was productive kept them in the game, and they fought down low. So that's basically what saved them from not having an embarrassing loss. They could have had a very bad loss, and it could have been demoralizing to their team. Now, that game ended at 96-91. This was a monster game for LeBron James. He had 40 points, 4 steals, 8 assists, and 12 rebounds. So this man was 2 for 6 in the 3-point line, but he was 10 to 12 in the free throw line, which was a huge drastic difference from some of these other guys in the opposite team. But then you look at the other guys' numbers. You got Delanova making 20. You got J.R. Smith making 10. And you got Moskov making 6 and Thompson making 10. Those numbers are not even close to Game 4's numbers. They're not even close. And it's crazy because you look at the Warriors' numbers, they got numbers everywhere. Of course, Barnes didn't score, he didn't do well. But you got numbers everywhere. Thompson with 14, Curry 27, Iguodala 27. I mean, Curry 14, Iguodala 27. Or maybe I'm reading this wrong. Curry 27, Iguodala 15, Ezeli 5, Lee 11, Barbosa 4, Livingston 4. It was a more back and forth game. Like I said, Game 3, Cavaliers won by 5. It was a good game for LeBron. It was an awesome game for Cleveland. But this is what I asked for from the Warriors in Game 3. I mean, after Game 3, going into Game 4. This says, I had here things I want to see more from the Warriors. More bench production. Check off. That happened. That went down. Thompson bringing the ball up. Not too much of it, but you did see him handling the ball and moving the ball a little bit. Curry was the one making the long distance passes to make fast breaks. So you saw a little bit of it, not too much. A different defensive look for LeBron. They did change that up. They had Iguodala start the game, and right away there was pressure on LeBron. So whether he was going to do good or do bad, he was going to have pressure on him. He could have either broke free or just have a decent normal game. And that's exactly what happened with LeBron. He had a decent normal game, not only because of Iguodala, but it did help the Iguodala to start the game. So now we got more free throws, which we didn't get too much of because we didn't even get that much foul calls from the refs. So, you know, yes and no. I'm talking about overall. I'm not saying that I'm going for one team or going for another. There was not that much foul calls in Game 4. They did go to the basket. I didn't think that they were going to go to the basket in a fast break style, but that is perfect. You know, uncontested moves to the basket is beautiful. That's all you need. Those are free points. And if you got that, then that saves energy. That saves energy for at the end of the game when the game stops and it slows down and you got to do pick and rolls and layups to the basket when you're getting fouled and stuff like that. It's beautiful. Okay? And if they are going to win, they need another X factor. Who was the X factor for game 4? Andre Iguodala and Green. Those were the two X factors for the game. They stepped up and it was more spread out. Both teams played hard, but like I said, in game 4, the Warriors just brought it. They came together as a team and won the game. Now, the final rant I want to do is on LeBron. Of course, if the Cavaliers win the series, then I'm gonna have a lot of egg on my face. But at the end of the day, this observation and the way that I'm looking at LeBron, basically, the way that I'm looking at him, and the way he plays the game, the way I'm criticizing is what I meant to say. It's for the long run. It's for when he gets older and when people criticize him in the future. The whole hero basketball, to me, is not gonna always save them. I think every team has a player they can play hero basketball, hero ball, or hero basketball. And there are only special players that can run the Archangel offense, which is basically stand in the middle of the three, stand at the top of the key or the top of the three-point line, and have everybody spread out. A lot of players can do that, but there are only special ones that can run the Archangel offense. And LeBron likes to do the hero ball for everybody. He likes for everyone to do that, which is something that we all do when we're playing in the basketball courts in the streets and we're playing with friends, people we don't even know. Because a lot of times that works beautifully when you're working with people that you don't know. You're playing ball with people you don't know. So you don't have to worry about people crying about getting the ball, or, you know, why didn't you pass it to me, or what are you doing? Why did you take that shot? That works in the street. But if you know your players and you have a coach, you know, what is everyone getting paid for? So they could get your rebound, so they could make the shot as soon as you give them the ball and they don't even know if it's coming or not. That's not going to always help. And the issue I have with LeBron is that when you do that a lot, you keep your players very cold. They get cold and they miss their shots a lot. That's why I'm saying, like, you check out game 3, go back, go to the video, man. Stop watching the game and then just be like, the refs, this, LeBron, he just had a bad game. No, go and analyze, go check it out. Dellavedova was way better from the 3-point line in game 3. He made 20 points. 20 points. And he made 2 threes. He was effective. He made his free throws too when they needed him. He was effective. He was the second leading scorer in his team. So it's possible that he can make his shots. But how is it that he's making those shots? Is it just one game, or is it just 2 games? You can't always have guys that just step up whenever the opportunity comes, because that's good too. But at the same time, you need those productive players. And some of these guys, they showed up in the middle of the season, you know, like J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert. Some of these guys are defenders, like Iman Shumpert. He's not a great 3-point shooter. He's not like a Reggie Miller. No. But have them doing something else. And honestly, you know, this is my assumption. I think that they're masking a bit here. With LeBron, you can do that. You can mask a lot. You can show one thing and then later on it be another. But the hero basketball is not going to save them. And they used to do it with the Miami Heat, and they used to run it a lot when LeBron was in the Cavaliers with Ilgauskas, and Varejao, and some of these guys. You know, I'm sorry, that's not going to always work. That play is not going to always work. And much respects to LeBron. Of course, he's breaking records, making history. But I'm just trying to school some of the younger guys that might be watching the game and might not understand what's going on. Well, really, it's an X's and O's type of matchup. You got a full team coming from the Golden State Warriors, and basically, you know, they can't match. They can't match the effort. They can't match. They can match the effort, but I don't know if they can match it for 7 games. Can they match the gameplay, the talent? Who knows? We're gonna find out now. LeBron is a very great player. He's an intelligent player, but you gotta run some plays, man. Going to that Archangel offense, it's not gonna do it. It's not gonna do it. I seen it happen with the Miami Heat, and sometimes I saw that some of these guys basically fell in line for these plays to run, and it would just be like suicide, man. It would be like making you take the worst shot you could ever take. I'm talking about like pure luck. You're hoping and wishing on pure luck. You're going off of that, and that is not good. That's not good. That's why you see the kind of production that J.R. Smith is having, because he can play hero ball all day. But come on, man. Come on. He needs that ball. He needs to be able to drive. He needs to get fouled. He needs to get some shots off. That's your guy. That should be your guy, not Villanova. And that's the way LeBron has always played. He always wants to use the point guard as a basically a set shooter that's short and fast, like a Steve Kerr. It's the same thing. Jordan used all his players for different reasons, and a lot of great players have too. And I'm sorry to compare him to Jordan all the time, because of course, that's very unfair. He's not playing right now, and some guys didn't even watch him, so that's not even fair. But you got to use your team correctly, man. And if you use it in this way, this can be destructive for your team. It's too much pressure for his team and for him to do it like that. Some things you have to let the coach do, and I don't know if he's gonna be able to get away with it for this long. If they lose the series, I'm assuming that they're gonna need more players, but that coach is gonna have to come down a little bit on his team, and he's gonna have to take the role, because I don't know. I've never seen LeBron be so eye to eye with a coach. The only time he was with Coach Brown, and that was because Coach Brown was a defensive coach, and he listened to LeBron. He literally listened to him, and LeBron did what he wanted in that system. So that's my take. I can go on for a while on this subject, because like I said, I rooted for LeBron. I still root for him, but it's going to be difficult for me to see him win a chip without a complete team, and without him learning that he doesn't need to just use his body for everything. He can figure it out. He could score 15 and still win the game. Honestly, he can. But that's my take on it. I'm done. I hope I didn't rant too much. I'm going to try to touch on the Danny Garcia issue and see what you guys think. Now, if you haven't heard, Danny Garcia just dropped his title to the WBC. Basically, he's going to be trying to fight sometime in August or sometime before that. I mean, after that, I don't even know what was going on with this guy. I'm reading some articles now, and it's interesting to me to see these things happen, because Danny Garcia is a good fighter and he has some skill, but I don't believe he's a real champion. and I like Danny Garcia. I like his style. I like the fact that he's still undefeated. I mean, of course, some people have some arguments on some people that beat him but didn't get the decision. I wasn't watching boxing like I am now, and it's a little different for me because I'm basically stuck in the time when he won the title, basically. So that's my observation on Danny. But at the end of the day, you can't hide things. People are gonna read, people are gonna see things, and they're gonna figure out, and they're gonna notice. Are you fit for the bill? Can you do it? Can you be a champion? And a lot of these guys are not champions, man. A lot of these guys are paper champions. A lot of these guys take on fights, say that they're gonna defend the title, and then when it comes down to it, it becomes a catch weight fight, and it's not for the title. Blah blah blah. This is for the super lightweight title. He lost his title, basically. They stripped him, and now Lucas Matesi is gonna be fighting for the vacant title by Pastal. Pastal is going to be fighting him. He's going to be fighting Lucas Matesi. Now, I don't know Pastal. And I only know a little bit about Lucas Matesi. I'm still getting really involved into boxing now. So to me, it's a little hard to explain. I can cover some things, but it's hard for me to touch on everything that's going down. The truth to me is that I believe people are beginning to want true champions. They want real good fighters. And there's also some craziness going on with Al Heyman and the PBC Championship League. And those guys are running things how they want to. Some people are saying that the PBC might make their own titles, and that's why things are just being left aside. Like, titles are not being taken seriously. Danny Garcia is a fighter at 140, and supposedly he can't make 140 anymore, but that's not how I see it. If you're a champion, you're gonna do what you have to do to let go of that title the correct way. You're not gonna just get stripped. You know what I'm saying? And anybody you see going through those catchweight controversies, their title's getting stripped away, not because they don't want to fight, but it's literally over money. They're taking money first, and they're not wanting to fight for titles or for legacy. Okay, so this is fight news. It says here, champion Danny Swift Garcia has finally abandoned the WBC 140 world title. WBC President Mauricio announces that Lucas Matesi and Victor Pastal will collide for a vacant belt. After 2 consecutive overweight non-title fights, Garcia will next take on Paulie Malignaggi in a non-title welterweight fight on ESPN August 1st at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Garcia is also expected to relinquish the WBA 140 title, which he holds. So, again, we're going through garbage again with these guys. And Danny Garcia is going to fight a guy that's irrelevant. He's not in your league, bro. He's not. Like, seriously, Paulie is not someone to be taken serious. If he wins that fight, if he were to win that fight, what's he gonna do next? Is he gonna go after Lucas Matesi, or is he gonna go after Victor Pastal? Because I've heard some things about him. I know he can fight. That's what the hardcore fans are talking about. So come on, man. Like, seriously, I don't see it going down like this. The path that these guys take, they screw themselves. But at the end of the day, I like Danny. I like his fighting style. Just how I like Adrian Broner. I like his fighting style too. But these guys out of the ring, they're making terrible decisions just to get paid, And let's see what happens, man. Tonight is gonna be Laura versus who we got? Laura versus Delvin Rodriguez, Dominican fighter, and that's gonna be on PBC. Watch live on Spike. So that's tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And tomorrow should be Walters or something like that. Not sure. So basically you guys check that out, read into it, see what's up, see what's going on, and I'll hit you back with another one. This video's taking way too long. And that's it, man. I'll keep in touch with you guys. 80 Boxing, Hoop Society, Wrestle Fight, Bullpen Culture, All Eyes on Raph. You already know. Shout out to all my homies out there. Blood Boxing, P City, Anthony, Thunderdome, all the guys out there that do YouTube all the time. Leo's Boxing, Brendan Taylor, all my homies out there. So keep it together, and just keep doing your thing, man. Because the sports stuff, it never stops. Peace. Peace. Peace.